The Green Bay Packers showcased their resilience and exceeded expectations during the 2023 season. Despite starting with a disappointing 3-6 record, they rallied with a remarkable 6-2 run, concluding the season with a 9-8 record. Their spirited performance earned them a playoff spot as the youngest team to qualify, culminating in an impressive upset victory against the NFC East champions, the Dallas Cowboys. As the Packers enter the offseason, financial constraints seem to loom large. According to projections from Over the Cap, the team faces a daunting $2.8 million in cap space. However, strategic maneuvers such as restructuring contracts and potentially parting ways with players like Devondre Campbell, David Bakhtiari, and Royce Newman could potentially generate up to $50 million in cap relief. Despite the financial challenges, the Packers are poised to make significant moves in the free agent market. Their priority areas include bolstering the linebacker and safety positions, while also seeking depth along the offensive line and in the running back core. Here, we highlight 3 viable free agent targets who could address the Packers' needs for the 2024 season. 1. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, safety. With impending free agency looming for Jonathan Owens, Rudy Ford, and Darnell Savage, the Packers are in dire need of reinforcements at safety. Despite an injury-riddled 2023 season with the Detroit Lions, Gardner-Johnson demonstrated his versatility and playmaking abilities. Despite playing just 3 games, he managed to amass 17 tackles and an interception. With a proven track record of consistency and the ability to thrive as both a slot corner and box safety, Gardner-Johnson presents an enticing option for the Packers' secondary. Despite his injury concerns, projections suggest a reasonable contract in the range of $8.5 million annually, making him an affordable and potentially impactful addition. 2. Donovan Smith, tackle. Donovan Smith brings a wealth of experience and reliability to the offensive line. Having started 133 games since entering the league in 2015, Smith's tenure with the Kansas City Chiefs in 2023 showcased his consistency and durability. Despite a modest PFF grade of 55.4, Smith excelled in pass protection, allowing just 2 sacks throughout the season. With uncertainties surrounding the futures of David Bakhtiari and Royce Newman, the Packers could benefit from Smith's veteran presence at left tackle. His proven ability to hold up against elite pass rushers makes him a valuable asset for Green Bay's offensive line. 3. Jordan Hicks, linebacker. Adding depth and experience to the linebacker unit is imperative for the Packers, especially with the likely departure of Devondre Campbell. Jordan Hicks emerges as a compelling option, boasting over 100 tackles for the 5th consecutive season in 2023. Renowned for his steadiness and football IQ, Hicks would bring a stabilizing presence to Green Bay's defense. Despite turning 32, Hicks maintains a high level of performance, evidenced by his impressive 74.5 PFF grade last season. With his contract averaging $5 million per year in his previous deal, Hicks represents a cost-effective solution to bolstering the linebacker core while potentially dealing a blow to divisional rivals like the Minnesota Vikings. In conclusion, the Green Bay Packers have a challenging yet promising offseason ahead. By strategically navigating the free agent market and addressing key areas of need, they can position themselves for continued success and competitiveness in the upcoming 2024 season. The Green Bay Packers had a surprising run in 2023, surpassing expectations by turning around a 3-6 start to finish the season with a respectable 9-8 record. Their youthfulness propelled them into the playoffs, where they even managed to upset the NFC East champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Despite their accomplishments, the Packers find themselves facing financial constraints this offseason. According to Over the Cap projections, they're looking at approximately $2.8 million in cap space. However, with strategic restructures and potential cuts to players like Devondre Campbell, David Bakhtiari, and Royce Newman, they could unlock up to $50 million in cap space. With these potential funds, the Packers have the opportunity to address key areas of need, particularly at linebacker and safety positions. Additionally, they could benefit from bolstering their offensive line and adding depth to their running back cores. In considering potential free agent acquisitions for the 2024 season, let's spotlight 3 viable targets for the Packers. 1. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, safety. The departure of Jonathan Owens, Rudy Ford, and Darnell Savage leaves a void at safety for the Packers. Gardner-Johnson, despite an injury-marred 2023 season with the Detroit Lions, remains an enticing option. His versatility, demonstrated by his ability to excel in the slot or as a box safety, makes him a valuable asset. With consistent interception production throughout his NFL career, Gardner-Johnson presents a promising option for the Packers secondary. Not Donovan Smith, tackle. With impending cap cuts and free agency departures, the Packers could benefit from the veteran presence of Donovan Smith on their offensive line. Smith's extensive experience, spanning back to his entry into the league in 2015, coupled with his reliable performance, makes him an attractive option. Despite a slightly diminished PFF grade in 2023, Smith's ability to limit sacks and provide stability and pass protection could prove invaluable for Green Bay. 3. Jordan Hicks, linebacker. Adding a seasoned linebacker like Jordan Hicks could significantly bolster the Packers' defense, particularly in the wake of potential departures such as Devondre Campbell. Hicks, a consistent performer known for his reliability and leadership, brings valuable experience to the linebacker unit. His impressive tackle numbers and solid PFF grade in 2023 highlight his impact on the field. Signing Hicks not only strengthens the Packers but also deals a blow to division rival Minnesota Vikings. In summary, while the Packers face financial constraints, strategic maneuvers could enable them to make impactful moves in free agency. Acquiring talents like Gardner-Johnson, Smith, and Hicks could address key areas of need and position the team for continued success in the 2024 season. The Green Bay Packers have typically shied away from making flashy moves in the free agent market throughout their history. However, there's a growing possibility that this trend could shift this year. As the team aims to build upon their promising finish from the previous season, they find themselves facing a significant gap to fill in the linebacker position. With the upcoming draft lacking depth in linebacker talent, the Packers might need to explore the realm of free agency to bolster their roster. Devondre Campbell's underwhelming performance, despite being awarded a hefty $50 million extension in 2021, puts him on the chopping block. While Quay Walker and Isaiah McDuffie show potential, they are still in the developmental stages. The Packers, facing multiple deficiencies on the defensive front, particularly aim to reinforce their linebacker core. A dynamic linebacker capable of making plays would greatly benefit a defense that struggled with both pass rush and run defense in the previous season. Considering potential replacements for Campbell, sports analyst Matt Schneidman suggests several options, with former Pro Bowler Devin White standing out as the most intriguing candidate. White, a controversial figure during his tenure with the Buccaneers, could potentially bring the much-needed spark to the Packers' defense. In terms of financial maneuvering, the Packers could create cap space by parting ways with left tackle David Bakhtiari, freeing up approximately $21 million. This could pave the way for pursuing free agents such as White, Josie Jewell, and Zach Cunningham, all of whom offer varying degrees of experience and cost-effectiveness. While Jewell and Cunningham present safer, budget-friendly choices, acquiring White would be a bold move. Opinions on White's value vary, with projections suggesting a 1-year, $7 million contract or a 2-year deal worth $21.5 million. Despite his recent decline in performance and off-field controversies, White's potential upside remains tantalizing. Having made a significant impact early in his career, White's playmaking abilities were evident, including notable achievements such as returning fumbles for touchdowns and earning Pro Bowl honors. However, his performance has waned in recent seasons, marked by inconsistencies and off-field distractions. Nevertheless, White remains an intriguing prospect in the free agent market. While his inclusion may pose a gamble for the Packers, the potential payoff could be substantial if he manages to regain his form and contribute positively to the team's defense.